Good. Alright, let's start the fucking podcast with a bit of energy. Let's do it. I've got some fun shit to get into. I was thinking about. I've written down all my thoughts for the week, I think. Got quite a bit to go through. Been really stuck on this strip search thing lately. Basically, the strip searches have gone up like 20,000 fucking %. And the Premier got hit up about it today, or yesterday. And she was like, if you want to get, if you believe to have been, if you believe you've been abused by the cops, to head into, go tell the authorities, like the senior police. So a solution for police brutality and abuse is to tell the cops, call the cops. Brilliant fucking Premier. Absolute. Gonna have to bleep that. God. Gonna try and keep it swearing to a minimum, I think. Oh, man. Gotta really check these notes to be careful. Yeah, I think I'll put this out once a week, whatever. Who gives a shit about all that? Just enjoy it. So, yeah, my friend had these gay housemates. She was telling me that they got caught in she woke up and they were in a fight. And then I was thinking about how that would sound, like, depending on the type of two gay males, fighting in the lounge room, like, hardcore fighting. And, like, I couldn't help but think how serious that can escalate, you know what I mean? Like, men are more muscular for sure, but it's just like, even the ferocity, you know what I mean? Like, we can kill a person with a punch. The majority of women can't really do that. But obviously the majority of men can. Straight in agenda shit, excellent. God. But, yeah, so I'm picturing, so they're screaming, throwing shit at each other. It's all like ashtrays and fucking coffee mugs are breaking on the walls and stuff. And, just two gay dudes throwing hands, like, emotional hands, is really just a sight to behold, isn't it? Apparently it got to the point where they were throwing each other up against the wall and getting physical and shit like that. And she was scared. She came out. She came out and after she had one of them leave or something like that. And just, she's this little small girl. If you're just sitting in there in your room and there's two ripped as fuck gay dudes in the lounge room throwing down, like, it's gonna be a while till you get your breakfast, I reckon. Like, that's something you can't just go out there and try and get in between that. You'll die. But yeah. So think about that next time you're in a fight with your significant other. They could be a absolutely yoked, shredded gay man. Things could be worse. Well, they could be better. Who knows? They could be something. What else? Gay dudes throwing hands. Well, yeah. I think you never really see, like, gay dudes are either in, like, okay shape or, like, insane shape. There's never, like, you get a few. There's always exceptions to the rule. There's a handful of thick boys, thick girls. You know what I mean? But thick boys, thick girls, superstar DJs. There's way more jacked gay guys than, like, not gay guys. Way more jacked gay guys than not jacked gay guys. Like, competition's tough out there. Like, there must be, like, I haven't asked them. I should probably ask them. I'm around plenty of them. But it's just, like, they look after themselves so well, and then on the weekend they're just smashing G at dark. And who knows? I mean, it's like they have a healthy lifestyle, and some would say not. Homophobes. Uh, what else we got in here? That's the story, yeah. So, like, I went down to the shop the other day. Fucking great start to a story, you loser. And I brought, like, I was just looking at all the chocolate. Like, there's chocolate now with Vegemite, chocolate with Vovo, all this nostalgia stuff coming cruising in. She's obviously blowing up. But, like, they've started adding chips to chocolate. They've started adding Vegemite to chocolate. They've started adding, like, Vovo chocolate milks. It's a fascinating thing. Like, is it out of desperation or what? Think about this. So, just growing up, blocks of chocolate have always been around there. I'm 28 years old. Block of chocolate's always been there. Why has it taken them this long to combine the two? You know what I mean? Like 29 years. That's a long time. And now they're like, you know what? Let's put some chips in a chocolate. Let's add like Rocky Road and shit like that. Like things like the Kit Kat, the big Kit Kat finger. Why did that start out as just like? Are they slow releasing shit like medicine? I guess. You start with the Kit Kat, then you add then you go to the bigger Kit Kat in a singular form. You don't think, hey, let's add a layer of gooey caramel. Let's add peanut butter. Why does it take them so long to think of all these, fantastic ideas for sure? But, I mean, I guess it's probably a better marketing than I am. It just feels like a long time, you know what I mean? To spread that out over 30 years. You're like, all right, we've got chocolate. We've got all this other crap. Let's just take our time with it. Make sure sustaining the business, I guess. Constantly new releases. And it's like things like McDonald's, like, they bring out a new burger. It's basically just the same burger with a little bit of a different sauce and a bit of cheese on it. Like, there was one promo they had running, which was like, I think they've got it now, where it's a double Big Mac. You just get another patty. It's 2 more patties. You could order that before. It's not some revolutionary thing, but they're spending millions on fucking marketing for it. Just because the ads will equal... Man, I haven't eaten all day. My mouth just started salivating thinking about it. Yeah, it's crazy. I had a thought as well where it's Vegemite tasting chocolate. Like, yeah, I mean, if your fat ass can't choose between, something that goes on toast and 50 grams of sugar, like, you should probably put a mirror in front of you while you're pigging out on all this stuff. Like, I'm a fat boy. I know about all this. Like, a full-length mirror, you should have to face yourself. Like, I was a drug addict for over a decade, professionally. And if you just... If there was like a little glass pipe, a little mirror at the end of my glass pipe, my crystal pistol, I mean, it'd be hard to... if you had to face yourself every time you pigged out or you let yourself go, I think things would be very different. You could take a long hard look at yourself. But, like I said, I'm not exempt. If I eat like a spoonful of ice cream, I'm bathing in a biracial bath of Neapolitan. It's like, I can't stop, you know what I mean? As soon as I have one mouthful, it's just straight downhill. No one can stop me. I'm eating the whole thing within 15 minutes. And I do some stupid shit where I try and think I'm not going to, you know what I mean? I'll make a bowl. I'll go, look, I'll just have one bowl. I'll put it back in the freezer. I'm on the 3rd story. I come all the way back up to my room. I think I've got this. Just have a cheeky bowl. Leave the tub for another night. Sure enough, 20 minutes later, I'm back down there, making another bowl. Sometimes I just commit all the way and just bring the whole tub up, eat straight from the tub. And, that's not healthy for anyone. Like, I don't even think that's healthy for, like, someone... Like, if you just got dumped, that's kind of alright. If it's like a 1 litre. But if you're eating 2 litres... at any point, straight, you need the mirror. Get the mirror out. bring it. You need to look at yourself as you pick out. Just mirror right in front of you, looking back at yourself. Just tears running down your face, salting up that Neapolitan ice cream. Oh. And you're always like naked or at least like top off, just like, whoa, it's going all over you. Fuck. Yeah, it's not great. I'm having fucking like numb flashbacks. What else? Yeah. This isn't really a fun one, but ABC reported, on the insane increase in strip searches. So apparently they've gone up 20 times. So not 20%, 20 times. People getting strip searched 20 times as much, which is just phenomenal, isn't it? Like, just the overreach, the power and all this crap. Man, you know what? There's nothing we can do about it. We live in this dictatorship. And the New South Wales Police spokesperson said, police do not enjoy carrying out strip searches. Really? They don't enjoy it? Flick to the next article. There's this girl, Crystal Smithers, I think her name is. Yeah, Crystal Smithers. She told a reporter she's been strip searched 6 times. Now, I don't even have to show you what she looks like, but if a girl's getting strip searched 6 times, what do you think she looks like? Yeah, she's hot as shit. No one's getting, no big girls, the big bottom girls getting strip searched 6 times. It's just a fact. You know what I mean? Like, these cops obviously enjoy it. That's why a majority of females getting strip searched are young, attractive females. It's something that they should look into. But, like, no one's brought this fact up, but, like, how many of these people that are saying they've been strip searched at least once or twice or whatever are, above an 8 or an 8 or above? I don't like to rank people like that, but I'm just being realistic, you know what I mean? Like, out of 10, you know what you are. I know I'm easily a mid-5 if in Bondi. You know what I mean? Max mid-5 in Bondi. I don't know why all these backpackers come over here shredded as fuck. Like, I do understand why actually they crush and puss. But, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, she's been strip searched 6 times, apparently. That's just fucking too many times, isn't it? Like, no, people live their whole lives without getting strip searched once. She's been strip searched 6 times. And it's only in like a couple year period. So it's like more than one a year. So you basically, every time you go to a festival, you may as well just bring a fucking, just come ready. Just make sure you'd probably get pretty quick at it. You just start whipping your tampon out. It doesn't take me long to put my clothes on now, but the first few times when I was growing up, when I was a little baby, probably took ages. So you get more efficient with it, I guess. But I mean, if you've been strip searched 6 times, you could probably put shit in there, bring a note, being like, PTSD, don't touch me. 6 times, call my lawyer. You got 200 pills in your gash. Good to go. Straight in, 200 pills. Big festival, what are you looking at, $50 each? If you wait till about after 6. I'm not good with maths. What's that, 5 grand? 10 grand? 100 times 50, yeah. Making 10 Gs. Obviously, half of that goes to the dealer, whatever. Simple pingonomics. So, went on a bit of a tangent there. That's what this is all about. Yeah, that's another thing I'm saying. If you want to smuggle drugs into a festival, just be obese and ugly. There is a use for everybody. You know what I mean? We've all got our skills. Use what you've got. Decoy with the hot chick with the 8, in slips the 3. Boom. Look, I'm not telling drug dealers how to do their jobs. I'm just using facts, like using logic to solve a problem. I'm sure that's going to go down great. It's only a podcast, guys. Relax. What else have we got here? Pauline Hanson climbed Ayers Rock, the fucking idiot. My God. What an absolute idiot. She did it in protest because they're gonna ban climbing it soon. That's like they're gonna ban condoms. So no, it's not like that at all. Actually, it's like when Australia banned guns and you went on a school shooting beforehand just because they were gonna ban them. That's exactly what it's like. You don't have to do it. There's no reason to do it. It's a fucking big rock. You're anyone that first of all anyone that climbs it's a fucking idiot. Dude, I've climbed it. I'm a fucking idiot. I was a young kid. But, I wasn't forced to. My dad, I didn't understand the gravity of it all back then when I was a kid. It wasn't explained to me or I didn't listen. I was so young. I think I was like 12 or something. Maybe younger. So, yeah, I climbed Ayers Rock. And do I live every day with the shame of it? Yes. Is it mine to bear? Yes. It's a shame that I cannot look my friends in the eyes, my Indigenous friends, because they don't know. If they watch this, they do now, and I am sorry. It's in the past. But, it's a rock. Let's move on, guys. Let's move on. I get it, it's spiritual. It's got, magic powers for people and whatever. It means a lot to people. But it's also a rock. Just a big rock. There's no need to fucking... And to be honest, the Indigenous people have handled it perfectly. They're like, look, we're just going to stop it. They've gone through the process. They've put up with everyone fucking climbing on it for ages. They're sick of it. Off you get. They've had enough. Everyone's had a climb now. Fucking relax. You know what? They should have come out with a campaign against it, basically making it so that anyone that climbs it sort of puts them in a position where they look like an absolute fuckwit. Which I suppose they think they probably did. They thought they did with saying you're stepping all over our religion, our, heritage and stuff. And that doesn't stop white people anymore. It's never stopped them. So you really have to sort of portray anyone that climbs it as a full-blown fuckwit. You get some influencers involved. Just being like, or some shit like that. I reckon they should just be allowed to fucking bash anyone that climbs up there. You know what I mean? Fuck it. Like, it's theirs. It's everyone's. But it is still theirs first. Obviously, we've taken so much from them. Just let them have the fucking rock. Don't climb on it. It's so fucking dumb. And like I saw this news report. I'll get back to Pauline in a sec. But this news report where they went out and started asking everyone, why are you climbing it when you know it's going to be banned soon? Obviously, it's cunts with fucking Ford shirts and, dumb shit like that. But he's bringing his family. Same with my dad. It was a different time though. They weren't banning it back then. It is a different time. But like I said, the shame we live with. The whole family we have moments once a year about it. But they are there saying they're asking him, why are you climbing it? And the main, all the answers is, it's Australian. You know, the funny thing is, how many flights are going out there to the middle of the fucking desert, dude? Once that's done, no one's going out there. And only, a handful of dickheads instead of a couple of thousand or whatever there it is, doing a week now. But just don't, it's so dumb. Realistically, when you break it down, it is just a rock. And if you are going to catch fucking more than, if you're going to catch planes with your family into the middle of the fucking desert to climb a big rock, you're an absolute idiot. Even if you're going to drive out there, it doesn't matter. But, fuck me, either one. Just, if you're driving to the middle of this giant continent just to climb a big rock, get a fucking hobby, dude. Just do something better. Honestly, just type youtube.com and let your fucking imagination go wild. I thought porn would have culled all this out, you know what I mean? Surely these losers can just sit at home and jack off. Why are you going out there climbing a fucking, big spiritual rock, millions of years old or whatever it is? Pull your head in. Pull your heads in. But Pauline's up there, climbing up there in protest. She's like, hey, everyone should be allowed to climb the rock. And then she can't get down, obviously, the fuckhead. perfect moment, and didn't get enough coverage in my opinion. I think someone brought the fucking riots or some shit like that. They were doing a whole thing, but what else? Yeah, she has to say she was Indigenous as well. What a fucking grub! Like two these like young Indigenous schoolgirls that were just like wondering why she was being such a fuckwit about the whole thing, and she's like, I think her exact words were, I was born here, I'm Indigenous, and if that was the case, all this Muslim shit you're spouting would just completely be irrelevant and erased out. You don't know what the fuck you're on about. You've just, hypocritically destroyed every argument you've made against anyone, any Muslim born here, which she doesn't care about that at all. It's like, if this isn't my country, where is it? And the Indigenous girl goes, England? Yeah. You fucking... You know how you know you're not Indigenous? Because when you step out in the sun, you ignite and combust into flames. You are redder than the prince. Get the fuck out of the sun, Pauline. It's like the red desert for a reason, and you are too red for it. My God. Yeah. One of you has to use sunscreen, the other doesn't. Think about that. God, you're not Indigenous, you fucking... It's so hard to not get fired up. Keep you cool, keep your head straight. What if... This is someone that runs a political party in this country. God, what is this fucking world coming to? Like, it's like science doesn't even matter anymore. Like... Everyone's just voting based on emotion instead of like facts. Like you should have to have some sort of qualification to work in your position in politics. Like Tony Abbott was the Minister for Women at one point. What the fuck is going on? What is wrong with this country? Like, why would you do that? How does it... Like, for that job, you need one qualification. To have at least had one period ever in your life. How about that? Start with be a woman. You have zero experience on the job experience, on the blob experience. That's fucking staying in. Zero on the blob experience. It's just... I don't know how the corruption and all that, it's just phenomenal how people can just get into environment, minister for the environment, and zero qualifications, no PhD, no doctorate, no masters, nothing. It's just you're in the party, you've been around long enough, you've fucking circle jerked everyone into your face. No, yeah, get on. You fuck little kids. It's happening in every country's politics now. Everyone's a pedophile. So, and just remember that next time you're voting, everyone's a pedophile. I'm sure Labor's got... little kids underneath, buried somewhere. It's fucking wild, all this crazy kid fucking shit. Just to think about just the level of extent. Faulty cameras and suicide watch with Epstein. Like, come on. Yeah. And I think this, it's not even scary anymore. It's just impressive how little power we have as just an individual. Like, your everyday life stresses you out, but then, like, the police, the government, and politics can just do whatever they want, and you can't do shit. They're murdering people in the streets, pretty much. We get away with it, I think we hide ours a bit better than Putin, like, when gay activists are just, the whole family's vanishing. Questions are going to get asked. A lot of questions are going to get asked, but... Only outside Russia, I guess. No, people are only a tiny minority are whinging about it over there. Fear, just rule by fear, and here they rule by like subtle fear, where they rule by our own laziness. Who knows? Things are wild anyway. It's a rock. Who cares? Yeah, that Aboriginal girl that told her her home's England. Fucking badass. I'm Indigenous, I'm native to the land. Get the fuck back to the fish and chip shop. Alright. Yeah, this is what happens when autism meets racism. We're not going to do that one. We're going to take that out. Uh, okay. We've done everything here. What? Yeah, it feels like everything's like I brushed through everything here. Um, how Magic Mike? So my comedy show's blowing up, man. Things are going so good. Like on Wednesday, I had Lizzie Who headlining. It's a fucking sick lineup of people. A couple of fresh people that just blew the roof off. And you know what? It's partly the audience, but it's mostly me. It is part me, but it's such a beautiful thing. Like I just run the coolest fucking shows. Like it's just gangster shit. Everyone's having a fucking blast. Everyone's dropping like it's just like everyone's in there just throwing haymakers, just boom, boom, boom. Everyone's crushing. It's so good when it all works out like that. You know what I mean? Like just the energy's fucking just everyone's vibing. It's right. And there's this moment where like the crowd, each person that's there has lived their whole life up to this point. More importantly, that day, and they're thinking in their mind usually that day. So it's hard to you got to break through whatever day they've had. But I have tables set up, so there's usually like it's tables of 2 to 5 or sometimes more. You know what I mean? So then there's a moment where usually the MC will get them up if they're good enough. They can get to this level quick, or at least most of the way there. So there's a level where it goes from each person laughing individually to each table laughing, then to each all the tables laughing as an audience, and that's when it's like waves of laughter hitting you when you're on there, and even at the back I'm feeling it, the energy. It's a thing of beauty. And then yeah, Cameron Duggan just brings that up. Co-host of the Mug Off podcast on ID Network. Get around it. And Billy Darcy, get around him. You can listen to that as well. But yeah, it's like when the whole audience is all vibing the same energy, the comedians are getting up and they're not dropping the ball. They're riding that energy with them, putting it in, throwing it down, and then riding it back up as well. It's fucking amazing. Just capturing these little moments of not even capturing, I'm fucking creating, helping, like the whole thing I've sort of created over all this time, and it's only getting better and better, but it's crafting this show that sometimes just the smallest thing can fuck it up, which is the risk, the game, but it's fucking, when it all works, it's the best feeling ever. It all just, and then everyone's leaving, they're vibrating, their fucking just minds are out the back of their fucking heads. It's fucking the coolest shit ever. I love that so much. We got Neil and friends shows, like everything's popping off on the Comedy Network. Don't worry about that. Get involved. If you haven't come to a show, just come down. Just message me. I'll sort you out a ticket. I mean, I've usually got a table or two hidden out the back for friends if needed, but it's usually full. But I've got bustles for people. But fuck, man, it's nothing like it. When it's real good, there's nothing like it. When it's even just alright, there's nothing like it. It's phenomenal. Everyone's getting so good as well. Like watching them grow over the last 2 years has been so fascinating. So like especially last Wednesday just passed, watching everyone's style. Like I focused in on it and I was watching everyone perform, and they all like. Something was different about them. It was like they weren't trying something. It was like they were trying something, but they were trying something that was like this next. They were trying the next evolution of themselves, and it was working. And like they were just in this performance. Each one of them was, and it was sick. Like instead of like no one was too in, no one was too out. Like everyone was just perfect. Perfect for them. So it's like everyone found themselves as straight away on stage. Didn't take any time. They just went bam, bam, bam. And like, yeah, it was interesting to see because like I've watched a lot of these acts grow over the last 2 years, 2.5 years, almost. Just how they've forged their persona, their style, and their character. It's one of my. I'm glad I could sort of help that. You know what I mean? Help speed that up as much as I can, and be a part of that. You know, some of these people I'm putting on, they've got so much talent, so much potential. And so much, they put so much time in, and like there needs to be a framework for them to live off it. That's the goal. Hopefully I can get it there, man, with this and pumping out content. I've got some other ideas to sort of get them in on my audience, their audience, and just build this scene, but it's going to be sick. You need to get down if you haven't been down before. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the podcast, though. I mean, I don't know how long I did. I should have put a timer in front of me. I know it's recording, but that's cool. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like. I think it's just going to be me talking like this every week. It's just easier. But then I'll add, every now and then I'll have a guest. Every now and then I'll do something else. I've got this plan to have heaps of content out. So it's going to be like prank calls. I'm going to be bringing in prank calls. Everyone loves prank calls, bro. That shit's awesome. But I'm bringing those back. What else am I doing? Pranks. So we've got prank calls. I've got a list here. Let me have a gaze. So, prank calls, anime reviews maybe. I'll do some That's Life live reads again. Keep that shit cool. Gaming streams. I'm going to be posting me roasting people on Facebook a lot, just because I've got a backlog of that shit anyway. I've got like a whole folder from back in the day. The real serious shit that I can't even post on Facebook without getting banned again. What do we got? The clips are alright. I mean, it's hard to do. That one's hard to do. Man, we can do them. Gaming streams. Fucking. I want to squeeze that in. But I've got heaps of content coming, so just jump on chillz.com.au. Whatever. You can't find it, man. You know where it is. Wherever you see this, chillz.com.au. Find it out, subscribe, all that shit. Get involved. I think a fall angel just walked by. I think a fall angel just walked by.